Thanks indeed, Ijoma, and welcome to Sports News on the news at 10. Nigeria's FA Cup champions, FC Ifeanyi have accepted all sanctions and fines issued by the league management company. The LMC ruled the Anambra Warriors will forfeit 3 points and 3 goals for the refusal to continue the opening game of the Nigeria Professional Football League season on Saturday. The club will also pay a total of 9.15 million naira in fines for offences bordering on disrupting the television broadcast, causing delays to the restart of the game after half-time, refusing to continue the match, and for acts capable of bringing the league to disrepute. FC Ifeanyi also confirmed that they will not appeal the decision of the league governing body. Ghana's Andre Ayew surpassed his father's record by scoring the goal that beat Uganda 1-0 in their Group D match at the Africa Cup of Nations. The West Ham winger spotted in a penalty on 32 minutes after captain Asamoah Gyan had been pulled back. In the second game, Mali held 7-time champions Egypt to a goalless draw. More stories now. Manchester City midfielder Yaya Toure has turned down a £430,000 a week offer from China. Toure was the subject of interest from the Chinese Super League in the summer, when it appeared that he would play no part under manager Pep Guardiola. The 33-year-old decided against moving then and gave the same reason when he was contacted again. The Ivorian, whose contract at the Etihad expires in the summer, is free to sign pre-contract agreements with clubs overseas since the 1st of January, but it's understood that he still enjoys the English game. In tennis now, defending champion Novak Djokovic reached the second round of the Australian Open by beating Spain's Fernando Verdasco in straight sets. The 12-time Grand Slam champion secured a 6-1, 7-6, 6-2 victory in an entertaining match in Melbourne. Djokovic's impressive performance helped him set up a second-round match against Denis Istomin of Uzbekistan. Now Karlovic sealed a deciding set win over Horacio Zeballos in the longest match in terms of games in the tie-break era. The Croatian broke his opponent's resistance to complete a marathon 6-7, 3-6, 7-5, 6-2 win in a match lasting 5 hours and 15 minutes. In the meantime, 6-time Australian Open champion Serena Williams progressed to the second round with a straight set win over Swiss teenager Belinda Bencic. The American defeated her 19-year-old opponent 6-4, 6-3 in 79 minutes in scorching conditions in Melbourne. Williams will face Lucy Safarova in the second round after the 29-year-old Czech saved 9 match points before beating Belgium's Janina Wickmeyer 3-6, 7-6 and 6-1. World number 3 Agnieszka Radwanska edged Bulgarian Svetlana Pironkova 6-1, 4-6, 6-1 to set the second round clash with Croatia's Mirjana Lucic. And that wraps it up on Sports News. On the news at 10 is back to Ijoma.
British Prime Minister Theresa May says Britain cannot remain part of the single market once it leaves the EU. Speaking to an audience of foreign diplomats and Britain's own Brexit negotiating team, May said Britain would not seek a deal that left the country half in, half out of the EU. This is by far the clearest indication she's ever given of her plans before the future. After months of criticism, she's been not able to be transparent about it. May's government has come under fire from investors, businesses and lawmakers for revealing little about the future relationship she'll seek when she begins formal divorce talks by the end of March.
we've seen in the economy since we took that vote to leave has been more positive than many had predicted in advance of the vote being taken. But what today is about is us coming together and saying what are the opportunities we can now embrace across the world and in our future relationship with the EU, our partnership with the EU, opportunities that will increase that prosperity for the United Kingdom. And we will go out there across the world, we will search those out and we will bring them home. This isn't just about us.
And after nearly 3 years since it disappeared, authorities have decided to end the search for the missing MH370. The plane had vanished en route to Beijing from Kuala Lumpur with 239 people on board. Announcing the suspension, Australia, Malaysia and China said no new information has been discovered to determine the specific location of the aircraft, despite numerous studies. Families of the victims, however, say it is irresponsible. And the main news again. It's been a sad day for the nation with the wrongful launch of a bomb by the Air Force in Ran community in northern Borno State, an incident the President says is regrettable, and he also commiserates with families of the victims who lost their lives. Meanwhile, the Borno State Governor says he received the news with deep concern and has channeled his focus to ensuring that the wounded are provided urgent medical treatment. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Bunyato. Good night.